Forever. Dog.
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with us.
sloppy seconds.
The mystery edition. Hey, you fucks, you stupid little fucks, you sloppy little fucks, you dirty little fucks. Are you ready for a special mystery edition of Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball? Today, Today, we're taking a deep dive into the mysteries of LA Pride.
Spooky. Racist.
Oh my God, racist!
So Meatball, this last week you have started a new profession, which is private investigator.
Baby, I'm a PI hunty. I'm out here searching for the truth.
So we wanted to take an episode to do what we all do, or what the common narrative is these days: use our platform.
And I would like to use my platform in a way to, I guess, ask questions. Because right now there is no answer to what exactly Christopher Street West or LA Pride are.
And also, we wanted to get back to the real roots of this show, which, if you recall from the beginning, was always meant to be
a call-out podcast. And baby, I got names.
So, can I just give like the briefest overview?
Yes.
People...
because last week I really did go off and I re-listened to it and I was like, I was kind of crazy, but we didn't really explain what we were. What do you mean it was great? I was literally screaming.
I love hearing you so impassioned. It's
today's going to be a very impassioned episode. But Dipper, explain what kind of happened with Pride. I'm going to go deeper into it, but just give a basic understanding.
The overview is that obviously due to a global pandemic, huge events like Pride parades and concerts across the United States and across the world have been canceled or postponed because there is a pandemic. And so that was the case in Los Angeles. Shortly after protests began to happen all over this country, the LA Pride organization, which I guess Meatball will get into this, is a nonprofit, maybe also known as Christopher Street West.
Yes.
But on Instagram and social media, they're known as LA Pride.
LA Pride.
They posted something where they said on June 14th, we are going to have a solidarity march. In basically what would have been the Pride parade, they said we are going to have a solidarity march in support of Black Lives Matter, and it quickly became apparent that they had not done any of the work around organizing it to reach out to pre-existing organizations, Black Lives Matter Los Angeles, Black Lives Matter in general, and they basically what it looked like, and most likely what it is, but we're just here to investigate, was that they co-opted a movement so they could have their Pride parade because they saw protests happening and they thought, well, people are hitting the streets for the protests, so people can hit the streets for this.
Yep.
Enter Meatball.
Enter the diva, the queen diva. Okay, so I wrote out a little script, but it basically...
Let's hear it. I want to hear how you write.
So last week, LA Pride made a post that they were going to march in solidarity with the Black community, which everyone was like, great. I was like, great. We all thought this is amazing. We've already talked about that. But upon further questions, no one there was able to answer these simple questions. What is the police involvement? Which Black community leaders would be involved? Was Black Lives Matter LA or Black Lives Matter at all involved? And would there be corporate sponsors? Pride did not respond to any of these. So I took it upon myself to try to contact them, but this is where stuff got very weird. So,
and where were those questions being asked? Like a lot of people were
asking these questions. So when that post first went out, there was an author, Brian Jensen. but he is on Twitter, and I reposted it. But I'll post all this stuff. But he asked all this list of questions 2 days after that they had made that post, and they still didn't answer. And that's when I came in last week and was screaming because it was like, these aren't hard questions to answer. So I went to their website. I think we're gonna have to share a screen really quick.
Okay, we just wanted to chime in really quickly. This is Big Dipper.
And Meatball.
And you're currently listening to us, but we're now sort of like 32 hours post-recording, listening back. And we just wanted to reiterate that we are not...
I am not a private investigator. That was a joke. We are not journalists.
We are not CNN. This is all
wild conjecture.
And listen, I think it's really good to be aware about what's going on in the world and make sure things are
being held accountable for what things they'd say.
Right. And you know, if something smells fishy, girl, it just might be.
It might be fishy.
But we have no tangible... We just want to reiterate that as you listen to the next 20 minutes of us ranting about this, we have no tangible evidence. No facts.
All this is just a series of events, and we're explaining them as our opinion.
That's
factually opinionated.
So consider this one large ass grain of salt that we are giving.
And I am the saltiest grain of salt there is.
Great. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Slops.
Get back. Now back to the message.
Oh my gosh, a share screen.
Okay, so the first thing that kind of can you see my screen?
I sure can.
Right now, if you go to lapride.org, lapride.org, not lapride.com. lapride.com is a porn site. lapride.org,
You're kidding. Wait.
Transfers you to the new All Black Lives Matter thing that they started, which we'll get to in a minute. But their website doesn't exist, so I have a screen record of their website here that we're going to watch.
Okay, so let me just say what I'm seeing. LA Pride.
It's just like our mission, our history.
Got it.
It's like just their regular platitudes of being a part of a community, and we're all gay. Happy Pride, pictures of everybody. But here's the board of directors.
Got it.
Do you notice anything weird about this board of directors? As we're scrolling, just tell me what you see.
So this is what, let me just describe it for people. Essentially, we see photos of people, but maybe with like 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like a dozen. A dozen people, they just have they have like drawings of profiles, but no actual photo.
Is there anything else that you noticed?
Let's see.
About the color of all these people?
I'll
say it because I'm black. There's only one black person here. I later found out that this person or whatever is black. And then look at this guy. Okay, here's where I have a problem with this guy. Look at him in this shawl collar. This picture better be taken from 2008 because that is unacceptable.
Is fashion?
A shawl collar? No, thank you. Okay, so over here is now.
I do want to say before, just it is a little. Listen, now is a good time to be thorough. It's also a little problematic to just look at people's photos and guess their race.
True, maybe we'll cut that out. But I said it on the last one.
We don't need to cut it out. I'm saying from what you're showing me,
from these images and what is available on their website, or what was. I'm sure their website's gone now because they don't want
their board is majority white.
It's majority white, or these stick or cutout figures. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so then I was like, okay, well, let me contact someone. So I go to the executive director. Her name is. I go to her thing. Watch what happens when you click contact.
Okay.
What just happened?
Nothing. It takes you back to the homepage.
It takes you back to the homepage.
Why aren't you allowed to contact a pride organization?
I don't know. It happens anytime you try to contact any one of them. And then on top of that, this website pretty much only exists to take money. The only working functions of this website are to donate to it and to act as a calendar. But you can't contact them or do anything. That's like all this website is.
And nowhere on the website is a printed email or contact. The only thing is a contact button, and it takes you back to...
It takes you to that, or you can try to contact, and it's one of those forms where it's like, email us at this, and then I never got any emails back from anybody.
Right. Interesting.
So then...
Gong, gong.
Gong, gong. That's the first thing that's weird. And then I saw... Now, just talking about... Here is her acting reel, and I just want a quick question. No, yeah. No, I just want to know. No. I just want to know. Here she is in a movie called Found.
Do you know this woman? Where were you last night, 8 o'clock?
How much is it worth to you?
How much is it worth to you?
I don't know. How much do whores cost?
Sorry.
Okay.
Is that a wig? Is she wearing a wig?
I don't know.
That's bad.
Know. That was bad. But my question is, would you hire her?
Okay, so no, I would not hire her. I thought she was bad at acting, and the wig was bad too.
The wiggetry was bad, honey.
So she's the executive director of LA Pride, but also then you found her acting reel?
Yeah, well, I was trying to find any way to get in contact with these people, and I found out a lot of them are actors.
Everybody
has a dream, baby.
Dream, baby. Yeah,
you can't live without a dream. So, I Instagrammed everybody. I couldn't find, like, none of them really messaged me. But then that permit, the police permit, came out.
Okay, so just basically, Meatball was on social media, was DMing people. I even saw some screenshots, and they're not even worth sharing. But you got in communication with a couple people and tried to set up a phone call, and there was a lot of vague answers. No one at the organization was answering the very simple question of, which Black community leaders have you spoken to?
Correct.
Have you contacted Black Lives Matter? Have you like what is the plan? And all they were doing was being evasive and giving off a bunch of lip service. And it also, didn't you also tell me that you heard that no one that Black Lives Matter Los Angeles was contacted, and they in fact,
the president of this Pride thing, I think is the correct way to say it, told me that they had been in conversations with Black Lives Matters 3 days prior to the posting of that thing.
Right.
In our messages back and forth. He also gave me his phone number and has not answered the phone call once. I've called 6 times. I've given up.
You've called 6 times?
Well, I told him, yes, we've set up 2 times.
I'm not saying that's bad. I'm saying the fact that he hasn't answered 6 times.
Yeah, and we've set up 2 times to call. And I also made a thing being like, why don't we have a Zoom call with the community so we can all talk about it? And he said, yeah, sure, but now isn't speaking. So this permit comes out, which they as a company, or CSW, asked for, and in the permit it's basically, here, I'll read a portion of it, because
so Instagram posts appeared, and I saw the Instagram posts from a person who works with LA Pride, and the caption under the Instagram post was essentially, I'm so proud and I'm so excited that we are doing this march in solidarity with Black Lives Matter. And what did the permit say? It was essentially a letter to the police.
It was a letter to the police that basically said all this nonsense about how we love you. And then, today our community stands in solidarity with Black Lives Matter and justice for George Floyd to denounce racial prejudice and injustice, police brutality against communities of color, intolerance and violence. We organize our community to come together peacefully. But then in the next paragraph down, we've demonstrated a strong, unified partnership with the law enforcement and annual organizations of Pride here in Los Angeles. So basically they're saying they stand with the movement that is against police, but they love the police.
The tone deafness. If you are, and I've had a tiny taste of this in organizing when we did Fruitcake last year, the like artist bazaar. Basically, I don't know why I called it bazaar. It's not a bazaar.
It was bizarre.
It's a market. It's a marketplace. But if you are doing something in public space And, you know, like the rules that exist, it's like, oh, there's going to be 800 people here. Oh, there's going to be 10,000 people here. You have to like submit, you get a permit. Then the permit, you know, like the city decides if you need like law enforcement there based on how many people, if you need the fire department there, blah, blah, blah. You have to submit your plans so they can see where the tents are going to be set up so that there's enough easement so people can leave if they need to, if there's an emergency. So LA Pride is used to funneling all that corporate money through the city and submitting all of that and working with the police, and including to the point where like the police and the mayor and all of them, they march in the parade, and the majority of people who are aware of what the world is like don't like that the police are ever at these Pride events. Ever. But a lot of people who cheer just as loud for the Wells Fargo float as they do for the police float, they don't get how fucked up it is, right? Yeah. So also, the fact that this organization was so tone deaf to send a permit and a letter basically doing business as usual but just slapping a new name on the front of it is like one of the huge problems.
Well, slapping a name of a organization that wants to defund the police, is against police brutality, and stands for the Black community being left alone by police and like bringing up their voices. They decided to say, hey, we love the police. Let's do this. And they used the name Black Lives Matter in this permit request, which Council member Lauren Meester of WeHo Council said they do not need a permit to protest. However, road closures, stages, amplified sound, and all fall under special event permits.
So that is the gag. And
they never needed a permit to begin with, but they applied for a permit using Black Lives Matter as the excuse, which Black Lives Matter holds these marches without using permits.
Gung gung.
Gung gung. Okay, hi, it's me, Meatball again, and
yes, Big Dipper here. Hi.
And we just want to reiterate one more time that we are not journalists.
Right. You listen to us for entertainment.
This is entertaining for us to do.
And sometimes we have tea and gossip and all the hottest news off the social media.
Yes, mama, the hot tea gossip, mama, off the social medias, mama, honey, mama.
But also, this all could just be us putting one thing together with the next thing and leading to a logical conclusion. But who knows if that's real?
Yes, we're just giving you information as it happened, and you can conclude what you want from our opinions.
And in this moment, it's Wednesday or Thursday, and who knows what it'll be like on Friday when this episode comes out.
They've already removed names off the website, and what's going on? Okay.
So just stay tuned and keep that in mind. Okay, something about me. I love shopping. If you love shopping too, you have to check out Rakuten.
And all you have to do is shop. And with Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy.
Exactly. Shop. Homeware, daily essentials, jeans. We're talking eBay, CVS, and even Levi's.
Ooh, so I can buy a vintage couch, tons of paper towels, and grab a new pair of jeans and still get cash back.
And that's not all. You can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
But Big Dipper, how does this magic work?
Well, I'll tell you. Rakuten is paid by partner stores to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to you, the member.
Rakuten is so real for that.
Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving. Don't you want to become one of them?
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app and start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today. We all have days when we want to eat well, but just don't have the time or the energy to plan, shop, and cook.
That's exactly where Factor comes in. They deliver fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs right to your door.
With Factor, you can stay on track with your nutrition goals, whether that's high protein, balanced meals, or overall wellness, without any extra effort.
The meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready in just 2 minutes, which makes it easy to fit into your routine.
You know, I love coming home after a long day and having a tasty and filling Factor meal. It's waiting for me, and I don't have to worry about shopping. It's quick and easy, and one less thing I need to think about when I get home.
You know, I'm feral for fish right now, and I always get my fix with Factor. I recently had their scampi-styled shrimp and salmon, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
So get Factor today and start enjoying delicious and nutritious meals.
Head to factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50 off and use code sloppyseconds50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only, while supplies last until September 27th, 26. See website for more details.
That's factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50, like the number, off. Sloppy Seconds 50 off. Do you want to improve your sleep? Well, listen up and get a Helix.
Whether you sleep on your side, your back, your stomach, Helix makes premium mattresses that are designed to fit your specific sleep style.
You know, now that it's spring, why not upgrade your sleep game and get a Helix mattress?
And you know what?
What?
I can guarantee you that they have a mattress for you with over 20 different styles and models for you to sleep on. I love sleep. I can't get enough of it.
And I love my Helix mattress. So ever since I got the big and tall, I know we go on and on about it, but it's a perfect fit for me. I haven't had a mattress before that I was able to select a model from, and I'm so happy I got to do that with Helix.
And I too have the big and tall model, and it's perfect for my big and tall body. I loved it so much, I got a second one from a guest room.
True.
Yes, baby. And the people are sleeping great in there when they eventually do sleep in there.
Best of all, Helix delivers right to your door with free shipping in the US, and you can get a 120-night sleep trial to make sure that it's right for you.
You also get peace of mind because Helix mattresses are backed by a limited lifetime warranty and have been recognized by experts at places like Forbes and Wired. And me. I am a sleep expert too.
Period. Go to helixsleep.com/sloppy to get up to 27% off site-wide during their Memorial Day sale.
That's helixsleep.com/sloppy, and make sure you enter sloppy seconds after checkout so that they know that we sent you.
helixsleep.com/sloppy.
Get yourself a Helix.
That is the ultimate gag, and that is the like blindness of white privilege and the blind where they go like, oh, we're gonna support a movement, we're gonna do the thing, let's do it and include the police. Like,
yeah,
it is so antithetical to the idea of the movement, and it is tone deaf and it is stupid. And I know that there is so much twisted corruption and evilness out in the world. I love to believe that people are good-hearted and just dumb and ignorant, but this is so dumb and such a misstep. It just feels it's mind-boggling.
It's really, it's just like all of the signs were there to not do it, and they still did it. And then after they did it, they posted another post saying something about, we're listening to the community, we're meeting with Black members, we're going to speak to Black Lives Matter, which at this point, a representative of Black Lives Matter says they have still never been spoken to.
That is the gag.
That's the hard gag, honey. So then they're posting all this stuff. I go looking through the comments of it, being like, this is weird. Like, there's a lot of the people that are board members had messaged me back finally at this point saying like, this is just standard fare. We didn't know it was going to be offensive. We always do this. Like, we always submit a permit. And so I see name on this new thing that they've posted.
Okay. What and tell me what the new thing is. This got posted yesterday. Wait,
no, sorry.
I was going to say, before we get into the new thing, I want to see these tax records you put up here.
Oh, I was also saying that LA Pride kind of has like a long-standing relationship with police.
This organization has been under fire in the past for mismanaging funds, for
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, they've had like a lot of bullshit with like this the idea of mismanaging funds, the idea of it becoming of like operating almost as a for-profit with the person in charge making like a ton of money, like six figures.
See, now all the history that I had found was just like in 2019 the police came in riot gear because people were waiting in line with their money, like with their tickets to get in, but they oversold, so the police kicked them all out and was like, and LA Pride was like, come back tomorrow. And they all came back and people still couldn't get in, and LA Pride was like, we'll refund you your money, and apparently no one got refunded.
Right.
Could a park,
well, that's what happened. The park was under construction, and so they only had a fraction of the space that they sold tickets for.
Well, that's what I heard, but I also heard that the LA Pacific Design Center donated their like front fountain area, that whole area, to the parade, and that the parade opted to not use it.
Well, girl, this whole thing is messy. So we dug through these tax forms, mess. Their social media posts where they didn't have anything set in place to back up what they were saying, mess. Their website, contact, the way you can contact them, how you can reach out to them, mess. So where are we at?
Where are we at now is they posted another statement that didn't really say anything, but they slapped two people's names on it. Who's acting real, I also put here in the document if you want to watch it.
Real.
It's a quick 30 seconds. It's really cute. It's about mashed potatoes. I think it took place on a porn set, but that's alleged. Then they post another thing that has no answer, still saying like, we're working on it. But I was going through the comments and somebody on there was being really, really, I don't know, kind of all lives mattery, kind of asking questions like, yeah, but if the police aren't there, who's going to check people's bags? If the police aren't there, who's going to protect people? He also at one point was saying something along the lines of like, the police have been around since the 1700s. I have screenshots of all of them, and I'm glad I got them. Or if you go look at the picture of the guy, it's our good friend, Shaw Collar. So then he's writing, and I write a pointed statement, and he says, I agree with that 100%, but the views above are from the organization, and I am not part of that. And then I was like, wait, you are on the board. And then he went and deleted all of his White Lives Mattery bootlicking comments off of all of it.
And is the guy who initially posted the letter saying, we want to cooperate with
No. That's not is just a board member.
Okay.
Who was acting like he wasn't and was saying a bunch of stuff. So all I'm saying is the people on the board don't give a fuck. No one cares. All that ended up happening was we fought.
I love that you refuse to learn anyone's actual name.
Nah. So Gerald Garth,
you're like the Garth guy.
Well, okay, the one black person there and pictured, Gerald Garth, is now in charge of it, and they've added a bunch of people, but they've made a new Instagram called All Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
So it's the same march, but it seems like it's still the same people. It seems like it's a splinter of the LA Pride because LA Pride didn't want to say Black Lives Matter. They now made this new group of black leaders.
So the big fuck up here is, I mean, there are a lot of fuck ups here, but from an outside standpoint, if you're listening to this and you're at all like, I don't understand what the deal is, literally the point of what should have happened was the LA Pride board should have said, you know what, we can mobilize and we can use our name. So let's contact Black Lives Matter. Let's let them know we are here if you need us. Let us know what you need. And that's it.
That's all.
That's it. Because Black Lives Matter in Los Angeles is leading Black Lives Matter in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to co-opt it and lead it yourself. If you say to them, listen, we really want to take to the streets. We have a big thing. We can say LA Pride is doing this and you really want to do it. then great, you can do it, but you have to include these people. And if you don't include these people, you have to make that apparent to people. You cannot lie and say, oh, we talked to this organization. Oh, we're interacting with them. Oh, we have an advisory board. All of that was bullshit, and it all came to bite you in the ass because you were doing the wrong thing. And something I've learned is that impact outweighs intention all the time.
All the time.
I do not even believe that their intention was pure. It seems like their intention was just to have a pride parade.
Hey, all those people are out there protesting. Why can't me and my gay friends go party?
Yeah. So now there's this weirdly problematic new organization called All Black Lives Matter, which sounds psychotic.
I mean, what were they thinking?
Like, truly, it should just...
Well, it shouldn't exist.
It shouldn't exist. Why? Like,
and they're saying that one person on the board of this new group is part of Black Lives Matter. But if you go look up and Black Lives Matter, there's no connection.
So how many people... They released like a letter and it was signed by a bunch of people? Is that the vibe?
Yes. It's signed by like 6 black people. It's the 6 people that are now on the board of this All Black Lives Matter.
And were they previously on this Christopher Street West, a.k.a. LA Pride board?
And I think is his name. The first 2 names were on the other thing. So they're making it seem like we helped create this thing, but it feels like it's just CSW in disguise.
Well, Diva?
Just one more time.
Hey, just one more time.
One more time.
Just
wild
one more time.
Conjecture. This is just...
Just remember, this is not news. It's just Meatball being petty.
You know, it's just I saw a string of events, you know. All right, let's get back to it.
It could be A plus B, and that does equal C.
But you know what A plus B doesn't equal? ABLM.
Oh, God.
Ooh, ah. So what I'm asking and what I'm positing is, do we forgive the behavior because this seems like a step forward? It is a group of black people now in charge of this pride or in charge of the solidarity march, but they're still not the Black Lives Matter group, and they're still associated with CSW.
Well, that's interesting because you and I had this conversation because I attended a march over the weekend in my neighborhood, which I was really excited about because I was excited that, you know, it was happening right where I live. And it was a predominantly white march.
Mm-hmm.
It was organized by an Instagram account that has like 700 followers. It's a young man who like takes donations and buys supplies and hands out hygiene and food to people living on the street.
Good.
And he organized a march in the neighborhood, and there were so many people there. I didn't see a single police officer. And so it felt great that the movement is not dependent on just one organization happening. Yes. But at the same time, the more you splinter the movement, the more it dilutes the message, and then things get messy. At some point, I think I was saying this to you, that we were participating in a lot of chants, similar ones that you hear across the board. And then all of a sudden, people started saying, fuck Donald Trump. And I was like, yes, fuck Donald Trump. But fuck Donald Trump is not necessarily the reason we are here.
Yeah.
It is a part of it and a true statement, but it's not necessarily the reason we are here. And then people started chanting, who's got the power? We've got the power. And I looked around and everyone chanting was white people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you have a similar experience?
I had a very similar experience. I went to a non-Black Lives Matter organized march, and it was an anti-fascist march.
Come on, Antifa.
So I, didn't realize that Antifa was real. I just thought that was something that we were being... They called us to make fun of us. They're real. And they were marching, and they were constantly like, fuck Trump, fuck this, fuck this. But there was a couple times where they'd be like, all right, after me, say enough is enough. And so They would be like, George Floyd, and we'd all go, George Floyd. And then they'd be like, fuck the police, enough is enough, white power. And I just, for some reason, was just like, white power. And then I was like, wait, what is happening? We have to
She got
leave.
you, gal.
She got me, gal. She tricked me. But yeah, I don't know. I just think you're right in that the more that these things splinter off, the less the message is seen. And we've been seeing some cities reacting to these marches. I was a part of that huge one that was like over 10,000 people on Sunday. That was amazing to be a part of.
Oh, in Hollywood.
Yeah, but I feel like
I heard there were 20,000 people.
That's what
there.
I heard too, but I've only seen the number 10,000 places.
Okay.
So I don't want to, like, you know me, I'm one for facts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at a 3-page outline that you did as a private investigator.
Yeah. So
Listen, here's tea on this, mama. We will gladly be proven wrong. We will gladly listen. But we're trying to call out bullshit where we see it, and this whole scenario smelt a little funky.
It smells
and
funky.
What we are not trying to do is discourage people from taking to the streets. What we are not trying to do is discourage alliances between marginalized groups.
Correct.
Like queer people need to be marching for Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
That is very
and I
apparent.
think that idea is solid. Everyone needs to come together for this, but what felt weird about it is that it felt like a stunt. And I'm not saying to not go this Sunday because it seems like they've built up a new thing. I guess I'll go. I don't know if I should go. I want to be a part of that community that I know will be there, but I don't want to be a part of the group that's putting it on. And I don't want to say that I support them without further information or talking to them.
And guess what? We live in such a racist, white-centered society that it should come as no shock to you that the Black Lives Matter movement is not only being co-opted, but also being whitewashed.
Mm-hmm. And that's the tea on that. Boom, boom.
Gun, gun.
We'll be right back after this break. Sorry, I'm just like still so heated because now I'm like, they covered their ass in a way, but it's still like, it's still the
why
same
not
group
just
of
like
people.
have a Zoom meeting and like get out there publicly and be like, here's what's up. We like fucked up. We did this thing because we were so used to doing it with the police, but we didn't realize it for a protest.
Yes.
We've never thrown a protest. We throw events. We've done 100 missteps, but what we want to do is support Black Lives Matter, and we have a community that can do it. Like,
And
just do that.
That is like, I respect that. Saying, you know what, we were uninformed. We didn't know. We've learned now. We listened. Let's make a change. But instead of having LA Pride and CSW stand behind Black Lives Matter, they've made a separate group. And so now LA Pride will not. I don't know. It just feels like now you've just taken your name off it and taken a step back because you feel like you did too much wrong.
Yeah, girl, it's messy.
Mm-hmm. And we're back.
Wow, I'm so excited that you had like a full Olivia Benson moment.
Yes, it's because I have not left. I haven't been in an airport in 70 days, so I don't know what to do with myself. You know what I mean?
Is the airport? I thought the airport is when you ate too much food, drank in the morning after being hungover, and then get on a flight and just fart.
Yeah, but I got to get there too. You know what I mean?
I got to get to my point.
So just sometimes flying, I didn't realize that I missed flying as much as I complained about it because, baby, it meant that I got to get to a different city and hang out for a weekend.
I know. Like, going to the airport so much for gigs was often annoying, but it really became part of my life. Like my family would be like, wait, how much do you fly? And I'm like, well, over the summer, maybe 8 trips a month, if not more. And just regularly, like bare minimum, I'm on the road once a month, if not twice or 3 times.
Yeah. I was flying out of here almost every weekend, at the least 2 weekends a month. And also there was times where I was like flying to the UK and turning around and flying back in like 48 hours. Like I just felt like I liked having all that busy, rushing, getting things done feeling. And now it's just like I'm home.
Well, and I always used flights for reset. I know we may have talked about this before, but I know you would always love to get by the way, guys, we don't have a guest this week. It's just us. We just wanted to have some chit chat and obviously do our true crime our true crime
podcast. But also I feel like it's just a time where like no matter who you're trying to talk to, it's just hard to be funny.
Right. I want to say what I was going to say about flying, which is you always like pay for the internet and you're like, let's do it. Let's do Instagram stuff. Let's do Twitter stuff. Let's do Facebook stuff.
Let's start a fight.
Love turning off my phone. I love watching an in-flight movie. I love landing in a city and turning on my data and seeing all these things and responding to people. Oh, sorry, I was in the air for 4 hours, couldn't respond. Like I'm such a like my vibe is like, bitch, we are up in the sky hurling through the air on like a metal hunk of garbage.
Exactly.
Like
that, if it starts going down, I want the people to know.
No, I want
if it started going down, I would fully start a live stream or try to post a selfie. You know what I mean? Get it going while it's happening. That hopefully by the time the plane crashes or we get low enough that it has signal, it'll post.
I'm like scrolling slowly and then I see an alert that says like Meatball's going live and I roll my eyes and click on it and you're going, we're going down. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I was doing an interview. I think it'll come out this coming Monday, but with Larry Flick on Sirius.
Oh,
Larry, who's great and so supportive and really awesome. And he was like, let's talk about your new EP. And I was like, yeah, sure. But what's important about Black Lives Matter and the movement that we're having, like, I couldn't pivot to self-promotion, which, listen, fatigue is a thing, right? Like, literally it's already happening. People are trickling back to the selfies. And the thing is like, there's a really fine line to walk. The hope is that in this moment, people understand that change doesn't happen overnight, that it takes like big fights and big movements take consistent pressure and change to move forward. And I've also seen a lot of posts about, you know, you have to rest and you have to take care of yourself in order to push for change. I think that is way more true, obviously, for Black folks and people of color than it is for white people who, you know, live in a privileged state and like over the last week was like, oh, wow, the world really is fucked up. You know what I mean? And they're like, I'm tired from all this thinking for 1 week.
Yeah.
You know, and I shared that thing on my Instagram that's like, it's a privilege to have to learn about racism rather than experiencing it. And I just fear about the idea of fatigue, but also as artists, like, we express ourselves and we process what's happening in the world through making stuff and through putting stuff out into the world. And so you also still need to be able to like celebrate the work that you do and use, what are we using? Our platform, honey. I want to use this voice to make sure these little faggots are doing it right. Right.
Look how pale the underside of my arm is.
Well,
half white.
You don't go outside much. Speaking of going outside, we do have a letter I wanted to read you in response to your trip to Los Angeles National Park. When you tried to get it on up against a rock because all you had was shrubbery.
All we had was the shrubs, honey. I forgot that I told that.
This is from Cece. My friend and her man were hiking in the Santa Monica Mountains and spotted a large grassy area off the path they felt sure was private enough, and further, they felt the path was lightly traveled. Enough in general, and so felt safe in deciding to fuck in the small grassy area.
Good for them.
He laid down and she straddled him and got to it. After a minute, they heard the unmistakable sound of a couple different people loudly clearing their throats. And someone saying, "Oh, hey, hi." And they turned and saw that indeed the small grassy area was not at all private enough, and that two people were about to walk past them in full view of everything that was happening. They scrambled to collect themselves and mumble apologies as the other two quickly moved past them. The best part is that even though they waited what they thought was enough time to let the couple keep going on ahead of them, because of the turnbacks along the hike, they kept seeing the same couple over and over again on the rest of the hike. The end.
Well, just as I thought. Horny.
Just as I thought. Sex in a grassy patch.
But here's the thing. Wouldn't you want to like avoid big old grassy patch? Like in my mind, it's like I want bushes on all four sides.
Have you ever gone cruising in Elysian Park?
No.
When you go
up
there.
Where?
At the cruising spot in Elysian Park.
There's a cruising where?
Girl, it is the spot in Los Angeles.
I ride my motorcycle through there constantly. I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
and everyone thinks you're some daddy. Vroom, vroom, vroom. And then you get off and you're like, my dick. Want these commies.
See, but I've been saying Elysian Park because me and Michael were talking about it, and he thinks Griffith Park would be better. And I was like, no, Griffith Park has like a playground and kids. And I was like, Elysian Park has like there's literal trails that I don't know are trails because people just pop out of bushes.
When you go up and through, there's a patch on the top of a hill that has like a cul-de-sac that has cars parked all along.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That's like that's the peak point. That's where I ride up and whip around and go flying down that hill.
And you don't see that the people parked in those cars are all men looking at you, waiting. And if you park your motorcycle and walk down and around, there are guys sitting in the middle of the forest on a makeshift bench, just taking in the view, but they're literally waiting for someone to come to suck their dick. Girl,
dying.
And it's full of big bushes that you can go
here's the
inside
thing, is okay, well, that's great to know. But I have never walked down that path or done any of, you know what I mean? I just, I ride my motorcycle up. And I have noticed, I was like, why are all these guys just cleaning their cars up here? But
they're waiting. They're cruising.
But you know what's even crazier is that in my head, I was like, they probably are telling their wives they're at work and they're just finding something to do. Because you are correct, throughout that park, just tons of cars just parked there with people in them, and I never even thought
they're not finding something to do because they're bored. They're trying to have sex with a man because they have a wife at home.
Oh my god!
Do you ever think about how much trauma is ingrained in so much gay sex?
I mean, there must be a lot that we have to go out to the bushes and seek strangers to do it with.
And we seek out danger because we were raised. I mean, here's some psychology. You know, you might be a private eye, but I guess I'm a psychotherapist.
All right.
We're
pivoting the podcast.
We're pivoting the podcast. It once was a call out podcast, then it was entertainment, and now it's I am a Yanla and I'm going to fix your life. It like growing up and understanding the idea of HIV and AIDS. When I identified as being gay, there was definitely a part of my brain that was like, I will die from AIDS. I will have sex that will lead to me being HIV positive. That is a guaranteed narrative in my life. And not knowing about being positive at such a young age, I thought it was a death sentence.
And
that sort of inherent thing of like, well, if you die from having gay sex, that means gay sex is bad. So then you have to participate in it in like a dangerous way or an illegal way. Literally, that it's a general practice to cruise in a park, but that's having public sex. That if you get caught, makes you a sex offender.
The system's set up against us.
Honey, that's a gag.
I mean, I do remember the first time I had sex, and my initial thoughts were, Well, first I took like a Silkwood shower. I'm talking I scrubbed my body raw because I thought I
Was this when you went to the
dirty.
hotel and the man had all that iced tea in the cooler?
No. But I also took a hot
Wait, and
shower.
now you drink so much iced tea. Remember he had
the
a cooler.
trauma. It's the trauma, Mama. Now I drink a gallon of iced tea because I just can't stop thinking about it. No, but I remember. I remember like being like, well, I have AIDS now and I will die, and that's just how this is gonna go. Like I was like,
Psycho,
I'm
right?
13 and I have AIDS, and I might as well have just like fully believed it and started telling people. Because I was like, I'm gonna die, and I spent a couple hours like crying, trying to figure out how to explain to my mom that I had AIDS.
Is it,
Thoughts?
I mean, and that you just like carry that around with you, girl.
Anyway,
Do you-
well, I'm gonna
do you-
tell Michael, but see, here's the thing: is I don't want to go there now and be messing around in the bushes and just see like a quick little, you know what I mean? Just like a little peek around a tree. I don't need someone watching me.
Well, you said you wanted to have public sex.
Yeah, but the thrill is not getting caught. If I go to a place where everyone's having public sex, they're probably gonna try to join in.
You're right. I want to play you a voicemail,
We haven't listened to it.
an unscreened, a non-screened,
Uncold.
voicemail. All right, let's see. Thank you for calling in. Our phone number for the voicemails is 213-589-2137. Is that it? I
No,
have no idea.
213-536-9180.
Oh God. We could just sing any numbers. 482.
No, stop, because people need to hear the it's 213-536
Too much vibrato.
9180 or 1-800-WICKED with a T, because I don't want to get sued.
Wicket. Okay, here we voicemail.
Hello, you sexy fuck.
Oh.
So my story isn't gross or anything. I just wanted to know if you guys have ever heard of something like that. So I'm 28 and I've almost been exclusively a top since.
Nikki Doll?
And my cum shots have always been sort of like underwhelming and like super dense and just like dripping down my dick, sort of. Like I very rarely shoot. But so my resolution in 2019 was to learn how to get fucked and live my best cum dump life. Turns out that was successful. So last
is Nikki
October,
Doll.
I hooked up with this guy from Berlin. The dick was really good. But here's the thing. When he was fucking me, I came and it was explosive. Like I shot all over the place. There was so much of it. It was amazing. And I just assumed that it was because like his dick was hitting the right spot. But the following day when I jerked off, my cum shots was just as explosive, and all my cum shots have been this way since. So did he rearrange something in me? Did he unlock something? So I want to know if you guys have ever heard of something like that. And by the way, I obviously added him to my favorites on Grindr. It turns out we've been dating since. When you find a dick like that, like
Dating.
you can't let it go. So thank you.
Love.
Wow.
I've never heard of anything like that, but I could believe that maybe like once your prostate gets stimulated in a specific way, it decides that it likes that forever.
Now it's going to shoot like that.
Now
I
it's
just want to
gonna-
say thank you, Nikki Doll, for calling in.
You
Girl,
didn't
that
have a great
sounded-
run on Drag Race, but you're doing great with your butt now.
You're shooting big cum loads now. That is fascinating. I mean, totally. That makes sense to me. I think our bodies are like, here, I'm gonna be a psychologist. I think our bodies are like video games, and you can unlock different levels, and so if you stretch a lot, then you unlock the flexibility level.
So what's
And
your bottom level? You're a bottom 0.
I'm a bottom 0, but I told you I did put a toy at my butt the other day. It was a my giddy.
The other day, that was a year ago.
No.
That was when we used to meet up in a studio and hang out and talk.
No, it was like 3 weeks ago.
Why, you were just bored? Oh, I bet
No.
you are because you can't fuck.
but I'm having the motivation to try to like get my butt into playing form, into
shape,
into shit shop shape. You know my butt, the shit shop. And so anyways, I there was a moment when I was like, you know what? Now feels like a time in which I could put something up my butt. And so I did. And it was very pleasurable and enjoyable. So shout out to butt play. But I think we can unlock different abilities in our bodies. Like, for instance, aren't you working on doing the splits, Meatball?
Oh, I guess I was.
Just kidding.
Listen, no, I was like, Tony
Tony
Soto's working on the splits, but then he got depressed and stopped. So he owes me $100.
It's easy to get depressed over 40.
True.
Okay, Meatball, should we do one more voicemail? Is that what you wanted?
But you got to do it because it'll ruin my computer if I try to do it. Or
it'll ruin your computer.
Did I ever tell you about the time I scammed Apple into giving me a free new computer?
Wait, no. You update the listeners because, like, what, a month ago your computer just fried out?
It fried out because there's some sort of issue with Premiere Plus and the new Apple iOS, where if you try to do something in Premiere, it just kind of like locks it up. Anyway, it fell apart, and I just acted really fucking gay, and like I couldn't handle it, and they basically just sent me a new computer, but it's my old computer with a new computer inside.
No, you acted gay? So
yeah, I was like, listen, Diva, I don't know what to do. I'm like, don't know anything about emails or anything. And I'm sorry, it just won't work. And it's like, anytime I try to do this thing, it shuts down and it glitches. And there's this red apple that shows up and I don't know what to do.
And then you just drank your iced coffee and they were like, wow, you're so gay. We must give you a new computer.
Well, I found like the person I was speaking to was gay. So it like, you know.
So you were like,
Diva, what am I gonna do?
Okay, we're gonna end the show, but first we're gonna give you one last good voicemail. Listen, I will say this: I love Zoom because we have been able to get some guests that otherwise we wouldn't get, because often we have to, if people are out of town, we have to wait till they're in LA, we have to line up the schedule, et cetera, et cetera. So it's been cool to have Zoom to get people like Shea Coulee and Tenderoni, you know, like people who don't live here.
Yeah.
But it does sort of like fuck up the energy because we have to like talk over one another.
And then pause to wait for like a minor delay.
Right. And so I was really happy to just have this episode just with you.
And you guys feel free to send us messages or call in and let us know what guests that you'd like us to reach out to.
Yeah.
Because
and there's only a small list of people who refuse because of Meatball, but the rest of people are like really open to being on the show.
That small list can be found at lapride.org under the board member.
And Leslie Jordan.
Leslie Jordan!
politely declined.
Because of international interests.
Yeah, he was like, I'm going to be doing some mainstream media. Well, shit. Okay.
Whatever. Are you going to play a phone call?
Oh, right. I thought we were ending and then I forgot. Okay, so we're happy to have Oprah on the show. No,
we have Oprah next week. Should we even do another phone call?
Yeah, here. I'll just do one more. So here's one more. We haven't listened to it at all. Let's see what they've got to say.
Hi, Big Debris.
Hi, Big Dipper and Meatball. Huge fan of the pod. Also a fan of the daddies. So this happened to me when I was in high school several years ago. I was probably 16 and at a club very illegally. And I met a guy who told me he was about 36. Turns out he was actually somewhere around 45 or something. Anyway, we go back to his house. We're hooking up. Everything's going really well and having a good time. He's having a good time. And I end up topping him, which was kind of something newish for me. Anyway,
at 16,
I end up spending the night. And when I get up the next morning in the cold light of day, I get dressed and go out into the living room of this kind of not very furnished apartment, and I see some photos on a table, and as I'm looking at them, I realize that in one of the photos is this gentleman that I've just spent the evening with, as well as somebody that I go to high school with who was a regular homophobic a-hole in my school that made fun of the gay kids there. And so I then looked at some other pictures and realized that I had just spent the night with and fucked one of my, homophobic aggressors at school's dad. So, that was a really, really great moment for me. Thanks for listening, and keep slinging those floppy things to us. Thanks!
Yes.
Okay, wait. Now, this brings up a question for me to you. Have you ever hooked up with someone that you know's dad? Not like a friend, just someone that you know or were aware of their child.
No, I've definitely hooked up with dads. Definitely hooked up with people who have children, but I haven't never known the person whose father it was.
I almost did.
You did?
No, I almost did. But what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, you know how especially in high school, kids go back and forth and bullies, and then people say your mother or whatever. And this is and I've even heard say what, oh, we know you're gay, and it's oh yeah, well your dad would know because whatever. He now has the ammunition to be
well, your dad would know.
Yeah, or don't talk to me when I still have your dad's dick on my breath, or whatever that. I'm girl, you could have because the gag is she was homophobic and a bully, but if they're in an unfurnished apartment, that dad is on the DL. Or maybe he just left the family because he came out.
A divorced dad. You could always be at least my parents are still together.
Ew, not even that. That's rude.
Well, not
okay. Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah, fuck you if your parents are divorced, you trash ass people.
No.
I hate divorced kids. They weird as fuck. I'm just kidding. That's coming from a child who doesn't have parents.
You do have parents. They love you so much they paid for you.
They did.
Well, listen, Black Lives Matter, defund the police. Thanks so much for listening to Sloppy Seconds.
It's been such an honor to be talking to all of you.
That's correct. What an honor it is. And Meatball, thank you for your investigative journalism.
Yeah, we'll see if it turns out we might need to re-record an episode.
Gum, gum. This episode is actually 12 minutes and no one knows what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Okay, so thanks for listening. You can subscribe if you are just discovering us. Oh, and Stitcher put together a Pride playlist of all the podcasts, and we're on it.
Yay! You see that? I did see that. That's very exciting.
Yeah, so if you use Stitcher to listen to podcasts, shout out to that. And we're on a list of a bunch of fun queer podcasts this month for Pride stuff.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I hope everyone has a wonderful Pride and remembers Black Lives Matter, divas.
Yes, and Meatball.
Fuck the police.
I think you posted this, but I think this is an important meme. Obviously, we only communicate in memes these days.
Yes.
But the Birmingham movement lasted 37 days. The Freedom Rides lasted 7 months. The Greensboro sit-ins lasted 6 months. The Montgomery bus boycott lasted 382 days. So we are a week in to the largest
civil rights movement in history.
Well, and also the largest visibility of the Black Lives Matter movement, which has been going on for years. So we are only a week and some change in. So
yeah, so don't get tired now. They've made a couple changes, but nothing that's actually real. It's just enough stuff to quiet the noise, but we need to keep on speaking. Our voices still need to be heard, and we need to stand up for the Black community.
And don't get duped by that 8 can wait bullshit. That is some insider baseball of them trying to pretend reform is something that can happen.
Yeah, no, we've defunded schools. We've defunded local city governments easily. We've defunded a lot of things. But they're acting like defunding the police means that we're just trying to take them away and do stuff. We're trying to slowly get rid of parts of the police department that don't need to be there. And then eventually all of the police, and then we will find a new system. But you can't say there isn't going to be one. There will be one. There will be a governing body. Okay, you know what? I don't need to get into this.
Girl, New Zealand. They took away those guns. She cracked down on coronavirus.
But could you imagine if we took Americans' guns away? It would start a war. They would be out protesting harder than the Black Lives Matter movement would if we said no guns on the street, no guns on the cops, putting the guns away. Because the NRA and people who own guns in middle America are wild.
Girl. Yeah, don't get tired.
Don't get tired because we just started. Bye. Doodle-doo-doo. Forever Dog. Sloppy Seconds is a Forever Dog podcast.
Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey.
Mixed and mastered by Will Pitts.
Our cover art was drawn by Christian Cimarroni.
And our theme song was written by Mike Malarkey.